Hello, everyone, and welcome into another episode of Swarm Talk here on the Crowded Booth. Another commitment for the Jackets, actually a bunch this weekend, and a big one that I know fans are going to be really excited about is Nehemiah Chandler. And Nehemiah was kind enough to join the program. How you doing, man? I know you just got back home. You're repping the Jackets there with the shirt, man. What's the past 24 hours, 72 hours been like?
I can't really explain, but all I can say is been great, man. I love the hospitality and the coaching staff. It just been like home going, that's it, man. I really can't say too much about it. It was just great.
So you were on campus. Kind of walk us through who was your host, who'd you talk to player wise, and what was that experience like to kind of see from that perspective?
All right, so my host was Lamar Brooks. He from my hometown, Jacksonville, Florida. You know, that's like my brother, man. Like I looked up to him since I was a kid. Walking up the hill to watch him play and stuff. So it's all intertwined with me and Brody. So it just all was great with him. He showed me around, told me a little stuff about the campus. Stuff I'll see if I come there. So I made the choice to come. And, you know,
What made it the place? I mean, you talked about Miles Brooks. Obviously, that bond has to mean a lot. A guy that you know is there. But was it the coaching staff? Was it conversations? Like, when did you know, hey, this is where I want to go to school and I want to play football?
all right, so on Saturday, I sat down and had a good talk, a deep talk with Coach Tillman about life and stuff like that. And you know, being related, how to put this, being able to relate to someone that came from a similar background as me, you know, knowing if I come to the school and he my position coach, so if anything, I got stuff on my mind or anything I want to talk about, I can go talk to him about it because he done been through similar situations that I done been through in my life. And then on that Friday, because I got down to Thursday, I talked to Thacker in the meeting, and it was just like great, man. Like he kept it all 100% with me. He blow my head up. He told me my flaws, and it was just like that's what completed it for me. Like for real.
Sounds like a really cool experience. Obviously, man, you're from the Southeast. Getting a chance to play in downtown Atlanta, you got to see the facilities, you got to see the stadium. I mean, how excited are you to be able to play a night game there under the lights?
Oh, it's gonna be crazy because actually we did go take our pictures under the lights, so it really made me think, me walking out the tunnel, think to myself if I were there playing a football game, it was just a setting. So I know it'll be great playing in Atlanta.
Per 24/7 Sports, man, Georgia Tech now with the addition of you and a couple other guys, top 30 class. What's the bond like with these 2024 commits? Is there a group chat? I mean, what's it like with you guys and wanting to bring Georgia Tech and put them back on the map?
All right, so my boy, right? All right, Trey Gatson, he committed like a couple months ago, and he go to Pensacola Catholic. And I played him this year, and I ain't have nothing. Like when I played him, I ain't have no offers, no stars, no nothing. And he told me after the season, bro, he was like, "You gonna blow up? I'm telling you," because I snapped against him. And then when I started getting my offers, and he seen me get offered by Georgia Tech, he was like, "Oh, I'm about to commit to Georgia Tech." And I was like, he's like, "Come on, man." So I was just like, "Let me take my visit and see what it's like." So after he took, oh yeah, he knew he was gonna commit to go to Georgia Tech. So he's like, "I'm gonna take my OV, and you take your OV right after mine. I'm gonna tell you how mine went." So I was like, "All right, bet." So he took his official visit. He was like, "Bro, go, just go and see what it's look like, man. Atlanta, it's great." So I was like, and the cities that we live in small, so we really don't see a lot of stuff that Atlanta has.
Mhm.
So when I went down there and I seen the city, I ain't even talked to the coach or touched Georgia Tech yet, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like getting off the plane, it was just like mind blowing to see downtown Atlanta, and I was just like, man, this is the place to be right here.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. When that place gets rocking on a Saturday night or a Thursday night in an ACC conference game, it's a ton of fun that you're going to have to be obviously get to be a part of. Talk to me about this. I mean, obviously, this is a fun process. You guys get to visit, you get to talk about what you want to do, but I mean, this is a program that's really trying to be back on the come up. And why do you think you can play a role in getting them back to where they want to be?
I could play a big role, especially him showing me the defense and stuff, like telling me the defensive schemes and my play style. I definitely fit well, and my athleticism carried me out a long way in Georgia Tech football. So I think I'll be a great addition to the team. Plus, they losing a lot of DBs, so I come in as a true freshman, and I do my thing. Then my stock gonna rise, and Georgia Tech stock gonna rise.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I mean, obviously, the secondary they have there, it's a lot of veteran guys. And so the chance for you to come in and compete, I mean, was that kind of the message from Coach Tillman? What did he hit on?
That was one big thing he said. And especially in my eyes, like me being me, I'm going to go out where I can play ball. Like, I don't want to go sit behind nobody. I want to go ball out. So this is the perfect place for me, I feel. Yeah.
Awesome, man. I'll ask you this. I mean, is this commitment, are you pretty much locked in? I mean, is there any other opportunity you think for other schools to come in, or where are you at?
No, I think I'm good. I'm set. This it right here.
Awesome. A couple more questions for you. Obviously, you got your senior year coming up, man. It's a big opportunity. It's going to be a year of last. I know the family's going to be emotional. You will. There's nothing like playing high school ball. What do you want to accomplish with your guys, and what are some personal goals you have?
Personal goals. One goal is to graduate high school, and and a football goals are to win state and catch a few picks. They call me Mr. Pick Six, so I know I'm gonna have me a couple of those this year. So yeah, that's my big goal is to win state, man. I'm a senior. I ain't got one under my belt yet, so I definitely want to have one of those before I leave.
That's awesome. Last question for you, man, before we get you out of here. What do you want the Georgia Tech fan base to know about you? What do they need to know when you take the field, and maybe what you're like on and off the field?
Well, if you go watch the tape, you'll see that I'm a game changer. So that'll be the bit where if y'all see me come in the game, just be like, oh, this kid right here finna change the game right here.
Love it, man. Love it. Absolute confidence from Nehemiah Chandler, and Georgia Tech's popping off with a couple other commits as well. Nehemiah, appreciate you joining the show, man. Best of luck to you. Enjoy the rest of your summer and your senior year, man.
Yes, sir. I gotta say one thing.
Go ahead.
This ain't it. This me. It's not it. We got another one coming, man. We got more coming. I'm bringing the luggage. That's what I'm doing.
All right, brother. I know Georgia Tech fans are going to be excited to hear that. We'll talk to you next time. This has been another episode of Swarm Talk here on the Crowded Booth.